Alright, so it's been it's been a weekend. They ain't bothered me as much. Um, I did not make a video Friday or Saturday, but tonight is March 22nd, 2026, and it's 11:40 p.m. Um, I've been curing the paronychia that they've been building on my toes. So I made a video about that. Um, Paronychia is when you do not get proper blood flow to your extremities, so your toes and your fingers. They did it to me I want to say 3 years ago. It was I think it was actually, no, 2024, so about 2 years ago. That was my first encounter with paronychia, where they put it in my finger, and I had to go to the hospital. The nurse had to stick a needle in there, drain the pus, and then I had to get on antibiotics. So for the past 2 years, I have been wearing these rings to prevent buildup of paronychia. So buildup of improper blood flow, a buildup of bacteria, pus, and mucus, just so that my fingers can keep proper blood flow. But then what they've been doing is stretching the muscles with the technology, stretching the muscles and stretching the nerves and pulling them back so that my fingers don't get my capillaries in my fingers don't get proper blood flow. But what they've been doing for weeks, I have silicone magnetic toe rings on my toes, as well as one of these rings on, like, I want to call them the index toes. I said I was going to keep the name, figure out the name, but I forgot the proper name for the toes. But I keep a silicone ring on my big toe, copper magnetic ring on my index toes, and then I wrap both of those toes with copper. So those toes were protected from them building up any type of bacteria or mucus in those toes. And then I had silicone rings on my other toes, and then I had a copper ring on this pinky toe because they were attacking it along, like just a copper. When I say copper ring, I mean something like this, wrapped around my toe, my pinky toe, and my big toe and my index toe. But the other toes were defenseless, so they were building up paronychia in between the toes, and it's been happening for a while. And then they put the toe on my right side next to my pinky toe. I don't know the name, but it's this one. They built up like a bubble. It was building like a second skin underneath the toe. So now it's receding. I spent the entire weekend, Saturday and today, Sunday, with copper around my toes so that they could heal. And then I kept them moisturized with my products that I created. And I managed to just see an immediate change, proper blood flow, getting rid of the paronychia, the skin healing is turning from yellowish gray back to brown, pinkish brown. And it okay, so they hacked into the computer. This is me continuing the video. First they cut off the screen recorder, then they cut the camera off, and I had to start a live stream video on my phone just to record all of their actions while I'm in the middle of my video. So basically what I was talking about is dealing with the paronychia. I wrapped lines of copper like this around all 5 toes, and I realized how much damage they were causing to my toes by by them not having proper blood flow. It was affecting circulation. It was also affecting my bones and my toes. Specifically, this on the left side, the toe right next to the pinky toe. It feels broken, but it's not broken because I can bend it. It's just a buildup of like bacteria and stuff in my body is filtering it out. I expressed that to my mother this morning, and the first thing she told me was, "You need to stop blaming other people for your issues." I'll stop blaming other people for my issues when they aren't creating problems in my life. Especially via the nanotechnology and nanocommunication, the directed energy weapons, them hacking into all of my devices. Again, this is the government, DARPA, FBI, CIA, everyone knows about it, everyone's in on it. I was supposed to spend this weekend drafting a packet for my lawyer, for a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer right now, but I was supposed to be putting together a packet, but I realized it's going to take a little bit longer than I thought to get to detail all of those videos. And the first thing I need to do is understand what a lawyer is willing to accept when it comes to this packet, even if I'm following the rules and organizing the information correctly pertaining to Federal Rule 1006, where you can present compartmentalize all of your evidence and put it the date, time, location, what occurred, and what was the organization that did it. There's a way to organize everything. It's just going to take a while. And what it does is it's like a sheet of paper that tells you, hey, the video is in this location. You can find it here. This is the date. This is what occurred in detail, to where they don't have to sit here and look through hours and hours and hours of videos like myself. With that being said, I already made a video on how to deal with paronychia, but I will do an update video because this time it wasn't painful. I didn't need to go to the hospital, but it did need to be taken care of, and I had to spend time taking care of it. And it's just, let's just say the results were exactly as expected, and I'm happy about that. There's still some left. I eventually have to take the copper because I can't walk with the copper on my toes. I walk like an old man. I definitely can't work like that. So tomorrow, I'm not in pain, but I have to work without the copper on. And then when I get back to the house, I have to put it back on my toes so that my toes can continue to heal properly. And that's it. Other than that, it was a smooth weekend. I exercised, I rested, and I'm fully prepared for the work week to come.